Welcome to Settlers 2. This is the Ubisoft History Edition. Now, I will explain why we bring in Settlers 2 to the channel. Now, I'm a huge fan of Settlers 1. I still think that's probably the most iconic Settlers game that's ever been created. Obviously, it was the first one, but the reason why it was on the Commodore Amiga, the Amiga never got any more ports after the first one. Now, recently, they've gone back. I don't know whether it was the original developer or somebody has gone back and taken the Settlers 2 and ported it back to the Amiga. But you need quite a powerful original Amiga, unfortunately, to run it. It's an accelerated Amiga. It won't work on a standard one. You need 8 mega RAM and all sorts of these things. Which I have the 8 mega RAM, but I don't have an accelerated original Amiga. But in June of this year, this is 2026, if you're watching, obviously this is beyond, they are bringing out, I think it's Retro Games Limited, are bringing out a new emulation Amiga, if you like. It's obviously not an original Amiga, but it's an emulated box that can obviously run the Amiga games. And it's got a full keyboard, so it's basically what we would call a Commodore Amiga 1200 with a full keyboard, etc., etc. Now, I have got that one on pre-order, and the reason why is obviously, if you know the channel and you know me, I like to do Amiga keys, custom keys, which we are getting at a stage where fully bringing everything out. Things have been happening recently, and I've still got to do a video of that. But I was hoping that in there that they were going to, hopefully these keys that I can basically, redesign and do that sort of thing. But that's by the by. So, yeah, so we're bringing this to the channel. One, I've actually, as far as I'm aware, I have never ever played Settlers 2. I played Settlers 7 before I even started the channel, and some of the others, which are not really Settlers games. I would say Settlers is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe how we're gonna play it, and we'll go from there and then see how this goes. Because obviously Settlers maps and things and chapters, I think they call them chapters or however they do, can be quite long, and that's why I only did the 1 to 9 on the first one. And obviously, if you want to go back and have a look at them, and they start to get popular again, I may go back and do them and finish that series off. But obviously, this is the retro weekend, and it's a retro game, even though this is I would just say modern version of it, but But anyway, let's get into it and see how we go. So we've got to play the Roman campaign, because, like I said, I'm not too sure about all this, so we're going to do this anyway. Obviously, we're going to play Chapter 1, because that's the first one. It always gives you some buff. Building accommodation for captors and storemen. Now, obviously, first things first is this is obviously quite modern. We're on full screen, and I cannot see that to save my life. So I have to press the Z key. Now we're back into something that we can see. The unfortunate thing is that works, but the actual box, the backstory UI boxes are relatively still small. But not to worry. I don't think we'll get too much of a hassle on this. We're not going to get they're not going to come and get us or anything like that. We need to, if you've not seen Settlers before, you will see the little houses. Now, they can only take, certain houses on. If we select them, I can only have a woodcutter at the moment and a quarry. Now, we're going to need the quarry anyway. So if we put the quarry there, because obviously this is the stone, and this stone goes as well. It's not like other games where it can stay. That's not how it works. Even when we get to the mining, that will go as well. Now we also want to expand as well, so we want to be careful of where these are. These, as you can see, we don't actually have any at the moment, but we can do a sawmill And in fact, we can't even expand our territory. So this is our territory, the little blue things. And what we do is we get barracks and things like that to expand our territory. No different to other sort of games. We've got the trees here, as it said in there. We need a cutter, so we'll get a cutter. I haven't linked these up yet, so they're not going to come out and do what they need to do. I also need a place where I can get the sawmill. The sawmill needs a larger house, or it would be okay to have it on here. You can do it there as well. But it makes sense to have it somewhere near where this is walking, or otherwise it'll go into here. I mean, we don't have things like storages or anything like that at the moment. So it'll get taken back, cut down, taken back in there, and they'll have to come back out and then do it. So we want a sort of a bit of organisation. Unfortunately, we can't really do it anywhere else. We want to be near the trees. So we'll do that there. We'll link the good old linking system in Settlers. Absolute classic. So we've linked that there. No, don't want to do that. It's been a while. And then we want... Oh, I've just decided to link it up. I'll put a flag here as well. So that splits this path up. So we get... I don't want to call him... I don't like to call him a pleb, but it's a person. Just a normal... I don't know what they call them in Settlers. Or they're just Settlers. I don't really know. I never thought about it that way. Then we can... oops. We want to try and get where the green is if we can. We can't really get it there, but not to worry. Because that will slow the situation down. We've got two options. Now you can see him coming out, and they'll come out and do that. We can't move around at the moment. I could go back to Z, and you can see how small it is. That's very small. It's a large island, but small in the sense of what it is at the moment. I don't know whether we can mess with the sound. Yes, we can. I did in a test yesterday. I did turn it down because it was quite loud. Spacebar to turn that off. It just allows me to see where everything is. And now I don't need it. And now we're getting these... get them to come out. Yeah, it's V to speed up the... as you can see, if you look at the trees, that'll speed the game up. So I'm just going to speed it up to get this build. The idea, if you've not seen this game before... Now, I didn't mention it, but actually there's actually 3 different versions of this game. The reason why I want to mention it, just in case some people in time come in and say, oh, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you do that? Now, this is the Ubisoft history version, so I think this is the closest to the original, or might be the original 2 version, but obviously on a PC. Then we've got 2 versions in GOG. Now, I have bought them yesterday, the Gold Edition and the 10th Anniversary Edition. Now, there is certain mods or plugins or whatever you want that can do certain things with resolution and other things. And so we may play them periodically. I don't know why I call it periodically, but never mind. Just the amalgamation of 2 words. But what will happen is obviously I'll put on the check the thumbnail out. It should be in the thing which version that I'm running, so you know. This really doesn't look that much different to 1. I mean, that looks a bit different. It looks, obviously it's you know, I mean, this is what it said on their version 1.5 of this. So obviously there's, you know, things been happening. I love this. I think this game looks so good. Even on, like, I mean, that's a bit small, obviously. The reason why I have to blow it up is because of my eyes, because I'm, well, I say blind as a bat, but I suppose they are a bit, because they use echo. Anyway, I press. But you know what I mean. Age and everything else has caught up with me. So I like things that are a lot bigger. And we are going to, I mean, don't forget, we are looking into, there is more games coming relatively like this on the channel soon. And we have done like I said, I did a bit of a purchase on different games, and we got Foundation and Pioneers of Pagonia. Now, Pioneers of Pagonia, while we're waiting for this to build and get itself going, is made by the original developer that made Settlers. And we have had it on the channel as well. And I was quite enjoying that, and that's coming. And Foundation. I think we'll run Foundation first. And that'll probably, as of recording this, maybe next week or the following week. Depends. Depends what's happening. But we will be starting it. And I have been playing just to get my head around that. And that was another one I had to blow up the UI. Anyway. If I dare, shipyards, the basic requirements of buildings up your summons have been met. Now that the supply of trees is in the region and will not last long, we need to, so we need a forester to ensure the long-term supply of timber. Build a forester. So, let's go back to normal speed. And where should we... I think the forester only needs... Yeah, it only needs a... But we've got to be careful where we put this, because obviously the forester can be a bit of a nightmare of a building, in the sense of it can put trees and things everywhere you don't want them. So I'll put them there, and we'll also put so they can walk. As you see, we get a settler or a player, but whatever. I don't really know what they call them. I should really know, actually, after all these years, but still. I know this game or these things are not to everybody's liking. So the graphics is awful. Actually, the graphics is superb. It's beautifully drawn. I mean, remember, I'm blowing this up, and the resolution, this was never designed for this resolution. So you're going to get more, it's going to be slightly more pixelated than you would expect it to be. Because obviously that's more of the resolution, that's the native, in a sense, even though we're on full HD here, you know. So far, no difference. I don't know why I never played the Settlers. Probably because it never came out on the Amiga. And after the Amigas, then I was a bit older, and then I went to PC, and that's where it stuck, really. And like I said, I've never been really a console, although we do play some of the console ones on the channel, or we've started. Because I always wanted to be a coder, that's how come, you know, the Amiga, and I started programming, not in the low-level languages, and a high level, and went from there. Go on, get building. Now we've got to also be careful on here. We have, you see what I mean by such a small, we have certain things in stock. We've got some stone, we've got some planks, well, they call them boards, but I suppose it's a plank nonetheless. And it's only because I've been playing Foundation, they call them planks. So I may use boards and planks interchangeably. And then we've got wood or logs. We've got water as well. That we don't have a well, but they've obviously got water here, so that's good. And no beer, and well, we got some beer, but they've got no tavern or anything. Some coal. We've got some bits here. We've got no fighting force. Here we go. 11th day of the 11th is down. We are still not we're the only people on this island. As a precautionary measure, we should erect a barracks and exposed borders towards the inner of the island. So this will be this side. Build a barracks on the north border of your settlement. So this will be it. Right. Can't remember the pause. So we've got a new building type. I didn't even know that was there. Probably something to ponder. If we get rid of this, these will go. But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Then we got our barracks. Again, we want to try and get... This is where we can move. So we don't really want to go to the red because we're coming down to this one. If we can keep it in the green's better. The green is better than the yellow, and obviously red, and you know it goes on like that. Now this is the classic Settlers tune. And I think I'm he is outgoing. As we can see now, he's going to walk out. See him. He tries to plant them, like, and then I can't build on that. So that will take obviously a while. The woodcutter should cut these down as well. He can see quite fast, so he's got this area that I think he can build. Again, this is an introductory to, you know, this level is an introductory to, you know, Settlers 2, if you like. I think there's one. Yes, there is one. He's working at 100%. So he's now working at 52%. So he's not doing too bad. Yeah, he's done some of these. Now, you could argue that I should have put it here, really, and that would have given him more area. Which is correct. Build a road to the mountain and send your geologist there. Build a road to the mountain. Now, because I can't see, we are waiting, obviously, for our knight to go up there. How do I scroll up then? That's a bit weird. Maybe I can't scroll up. I have to work that out because I've had to go back to thingy view. Again, these are not. This is the mountain. So if I put a little flag there, it doesn't really matter that I didn't need to do that, but what you wanted to do is if you put a flag there, you can get your geologist to come out. I don't know how many geologists I've got, actually. I think this is... No, that's... oh, that's a bit different. We don't get that in there. Stock. I want people. I thought that would be people, but apparently it's not. Oh, there's the next page. I've got 15... Oh, they call them helpers then. Oh, okay. I think. We've got our privates. Weird. Private first class, sergeant, officer, and general. We got some miners. These are the things that would. This is what he was doing there. He was going to be searching for things. I think at the moment I can't scroll because of it being. It's already at basically full until we get up here, and then maybe scrolling comes into. Or I'll have to go and research it. I always thought it was. Oh yes, it's right click. There we go. There we go, pig. It's right click. We found what we needed. As I say, it's been a while. It's been since 24 since I played any Settlers, and obviously that was on the channel. Well, this is 2, so they may have changed some UI stuff and things. Johnny says I found a spring where I was able to supply fresh water to the settlement. Oh, okay. But I need to get rid of that then. We have found an iron ore and are now able to produce weapons. Well, sort of. It's not giving me... No, I can't produce anything on there. So he said I could produce water, but that's not technically true. The trouble is we need ore. We've got ore. That's an ore, a mine. That's fine. That's there. But unless I get coal, I can't do anything. I've now got... Oh, I've got the new building type as well. I've got a fishing hut. It's not like other games where you don't know where these things... You know, I can put this here. Like, I should be able to put the... Well, the well comes under a... I don't think actually a well was in Settlers 1. I can't remember a well being there. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't build anything on that, though. We have got the ore, but we haven't got the coal. Now, if we look at our storage, we've got 20 in coal. I suppose that's all right, because we don't have a... but that's what it's probably telling us. We got a smelter and an iron. It might pay dividends to put the smelter up here and see what... Oh no, we could actually link them together, sort of, and then do the armory. Although we can't have them together that way, but we can have them together this way. And now I could take this out and put this here. If we do this, and let's say dig up this road, and then we go like that. So that now links them two together. It's not ideal, but for now it'll do. And I have got the stone. I've got to make sure that I've got the stone. As you see, these now are going. I'm not too sure how far this level goes, as it is the introductory one. Fisherman's out, so we'll get different food. Because we've got two fishers. Now we've got some bread as well, and we've got some ham. I'd probably call it more of gammon, but each to their own. What have I got in? Production of this is only at 50%, which would make sense because in this game you don't use, in some games you use logs and planks, especially the modern game of this sort of thing. But I mean, that's normal speed. Look how that's still normal speed. But on this, logs have to be turned into the sawmill to get boards or planks, which allows all this to be built. Well, it's not going too bad. I mean, it's not taking them that long to replenish. Now, all this is, see what I mean? Now, this stone is getting taken up. I also need to think about going even further up. I don't really want to use this right-hand side because there's nothing there at the moment. We are on, you know, only on the first... Where's the barracks gone? You see it somewhere. There it is there. How many have I got in there? We've only got one in there. Now I know we can mess with the settings of this. I have to remind. I'll have to go through and there we go. I think this is where we could change it. So this means the closest to, I think it's the closest to them, and this means the furthest away. As we've not seen any, we are on this, hence the reason why they're only going into one. I spray set as one for hours and hours and hours when I was a kid. Terrible. It was that's better. Even though it's yellow, it'll do. I could get the geologist to come out again and see if I can get a well somewhere else. I think in 2 you do have to have a well. See what I mean by the forester just gets absolutely mental oriental. I say the original guy that wrote this, and I think this was done by one. You know, this was a one guy's show. He did everything, I think. I've always said that, you know, a person that is a... Oh, there we go. A person that's an artist can be a programmer, but a programmer can never be an artist. That's why I feel miserable. So that's why I didn't... That's why I didn't... I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done a... You know, I've done a game. I need to update. It's not on... Android at the moment. You've got to keep it up to date and update for the latest, even though it doesn't need to really change. So then Google says, "Oh, we're going to take it down because blah blah blah." Anyway, so we need the armory to be able to change to get the ore and coal in. Now we've got the coal, so we really should, because this. Oh, we got another one. So there we go. I can't remember what pause is on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a flag right the way up here. And then we're going to send me geologist up there. Now, obviously, I can take this. I'm just taking potential places where they'd be able to find. I need to find. I've got the ore, but I want to find. Obviously, I want to find the. coal. Because obviously this is powered by coal. So you take that back down again. And this is powered by coal. The smelter will take the ore and the coal and convert it into the iron girder or bar or whatever they call it. It looks like a I can't remember what. Yeah, it looks like one of these things here. I can't remember what they're called. And then, but because that's connected to that, it'll automatically trail down here to go in here. It won't have to go back to come forward again. I then will get. It should swap, so it'll need maybe 2 to build. Or we can. We used to be able to. Oh, there we go. We've shared a fuel supply for our metalworks by finding coal in the Western Mountains. Now we can process our metal ores without any problems. Anything is going to extremely well. Everything is going extremely well. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there we go. No, don't. We found it, but I'm going to need to take down this. Which I can. Dig off that. Break that. Now that should... No, it's not. It's the tree. The tree's in the way for something, so we're still going to be... It says we are, but we technically not. So it would be beneficial. I don't know. Axe. No, I have. The problem is I've only got 1 axe as well. 1 axe to grind. I'll do that again and get the geologist to come out again, because I can't build it because it won't allow me to, because I think it's the tree. It normally wouldn't be a problem, as you can see, look, but yeah, you see, because it's too close. The last day of 8 months after coming ashore, this is open to fortify the planet to the north of our border post. This will provide lots of new opportunities for expanding our settlement, but we need more soldiers to do this. Go to the north planet and continue expanding the border. So basically, it's just saying up there. Oh. I'd already done it because I'd already done the barracks, hadn't I, to get to see. That was very weird. We supposed to consider buildings, taking out buildings and farms. We now intend to search for raw materials in the surrounding mountains. Search for new raw materials and secure a supply of food. Explore the entire island. Right, okay. So I'll push a barracks out there. But I won't connect it yet. I need that. I need the coal. Yippee! Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. Now we've got our coal. It'll have to come down here, but it'll it could bypass that though, but it doesn't matter. Now, also, the miners need food as well, so we need to. This is what he's on about: securing our border. I'll push this out as far as I can. I could connect that to there. We also have a farm as well now. So that's another type. So I can now have a... I suppose... It did say, but it's not allowing me to have it there. We've got a hunters. Yippee. I've now got 5 privates. We can build 2 armors to minter as well, which is gold. We've got some bakers. We got some butchers. We got some farmers. I can't remember the wording. Can't remember the joke there. Farmers, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not important. This will be a bit slower because I'm on the thing there, but that'll do. And we can also do we can make our... Although if you don't want... Possibly in that one we don't really want... Oh, it's decided to get rid of the path. Well, that would have kept the path actually, because I'm thinking to myself. Because this is on its own, I just decided I didn't want to make, you know, that there. Also, I found in this game, now if it's anything like the first one, it's like, it's good to put things down, but not connect them. Because I've found that after a period of time, this will go. So we can select this, and it's going to tell me a coal mine, and I can select that, and it's all mine. These little things will just disappear. I'm playing it on fast, so because obviously we're already on 30 odd minutes. It's a very long game. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I wanted to explain because a lot of people, again, play these old games and they don't explain them. You say, "Oh, I wouldn't mind that." I mean, this obviously this is the Ubisoft one, and I bought this back in 2018 when I bought the entire collection, so I've got them all. Again, I think I've got the 3 and the 4 on GOG as well, wish list as well. But I haven't bought that. But I bought, obviously, like I said, all versions of this too. Now we've only got this stone. Well, we have got a bit of stone. See, this is the good thing about the stonemason. In other games, like I think it was the recent one, Foundation. Is this what they call a quarry? It didn't go. It was always there. But I don't think that was a mine, though. I think it was just there. Where this actually gets taken up. So you do lose the resources. Again, you lose the mines as well. But by taking this down like we have here, we've opened up the path. This is why the forester is so annoying. And the forester is so annoying is because obviously it puts blooming trees around where you don't want them. Now this would be a good idea for the like we want the, it said a new building. Let me go back here. New building type farm. But I haven't got the farm. I can't do the farm. Why can't I do a farm? There. That's a bit weird. Unless it has to be a 3. Oh, it's got to be a 3, not a 2. My apologies there. So we really want the farm, let's say, outside here. Now, because we're near to our forester, which is only here, if he gets space, he'll start plonking stuff down. Now, the farm needs a lot of area, which is probably better here, to be honest, to, you know, expand. But I'm gonna do another quarry here, even though that takes out that, and I can't expand that way. But I can do it this way. Again, not too much worried about that, but when I get rid of this, because I can, that person will go back. I only want to get rid of it when he gets rid of this. And sometimes, if there's things around it, he won't go over there and cut it. This has got one more. This has got maybe two more, and then this has got like 3 or 4. So, and he hasn't touched that yet, so he may not even touch it. Sometimes the game can be a bit unforgiving in that respect. We'll move ourselves for a barracks up there. I could also get a barracks up there as well. Let's just make this line just quickly. I didn't particularly like that, to be honest, but no, I wanted to get rid of that. There we go. That's a bit weird. You've got to put a flag on to get rid of the. I mainly like it round the mine, so that gives us this open area if we need to farm. But we're going to have to secure our food, though. Fishing is never going to be enough to sustain this. But it says a farm, but the trouble is you don't just need that though. You need a mill, and then we would need some sort of baker. But it's not giving us that unless I have to build one and then it comes available, which may or may not be the case. I don't like that one. He's unoccupied. No, he's coming up there now. You can see him with a purple hat on. It's such a brilliant game. Again, I like 1, but this, for now, as I said, I've never played 2, isn't any different to number 1. They've just given us a Roman campaign, you know, splooshed it up a little bit. These look a bit nicer. Where you can build everything. I'm more inclined to put it here. And to bring that down. Because he's got all this for... What he does is if you take this as a blueprint and it's using an elliptical form, he'll plant the wheat down. And the bigger the area space for these, it's better. I mean, sometimes you would be almost better to come down like this. And let's say... round that way. Let me just take this off. Let me see if I can... Yeah, I can. And the more space that you have for... again, I'll put a couple of these, a couple of flags, take out that. Then it's on its own. Now, I obviously can spruce one of these in here to get a... it's not giving me one at the moment because it would be a 2. I need a mill. And then I would need, let's say, a baker. I think also, like, if you were doing butchers and things like that. Let's have a barracks again. Let's take that away. I think we can do it this way. There we go. And have another barracks on there. We've got enough for 7 now. Plus already been thinking. So obviously this is working, as you can see. it's taking the mine down. It's taking the coal. It doesn't tell us how much. But obviously, the more food that I can feed it, the better it is. And it will only last a certain amount of time. We don't tend to need a lot of art. It's always best to try and get your mines to feed in. You know, if they have to cross like this and they were at this side and that side, it's a real annoying thing. You could do, let's say, eventually, if you've got some sort of storage or something like that to help with that. Now, as you can see, the farm is a very big building. A bit it's bigger than your fort or whatever they want to call it, your headquarters. Got a lot of stone, and we haven't got a massive amount of logs, but they need to be pulling the finger out and get this chopping going. If I'm going to do a barracks up there, I do not want it to, you know, cross it here. I don't really want the... Oh, I haven't got much of a choice there, though. I'll do that way. And then send that... No, take that back. As furthest I can get away... See, most of this stone's gone. That stone, I think, is gone. No more stone. Yeah, I knew that was... So now we might as well get rid of this building. The forest is there. I don't think I can build any other woodcutter either. So, well, I'll try. When this is free, I'll go for the. I mean, I'm sure I can turn this off. Consider your first grain farm has been completed. The grain can either be processed into flour in a mill or be used to feed the pigs. The food supply situation should now continue to improve. That would imply that I can actually make a piggery. Pig farm. So yes, I can. The good thing about the piggery, it doesn't need a vast amount of room. So the piggery would be the choice here. Because I don't think I can build the mill unless they've given me the... Oh, I can build a mill. So I think we do this 2 ways. I can't get that there. Where can I... Can I get one? No. Sometimes you just can't connect what you want to connect. So I'm going to ditch this. Ditch that. Get rid of that. That can be connected to that. No, that can't be connected to that. It's a well, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. That can be connected to this now. This... I didn't want that. No, I can't. I can't get that. You used to be able to. Do that. Unless I'm missing something. Probably I'm missing something. There we go. We're just waiting for... I mean, I know it puts them close, but it does put them further away. We see these little patches of... you know, stuff there. A picker is the easier choice. We also get the guy that comes out. Now they automatically convert from helpers, but they do have a. It is a resource in here somewhere, and I can't remember which one it is. We got a nice bit of water in there, so at least we're doing our thing. Military has been occupied. Oh, maybe it's there then. New building type mill. Yeah. Which I'll probably put the mill down here. Although we are getting food in already. Oh, I think this is the change in 2. We get these pack animals. We get the pack animals. That's not in 1. When the road is a heavy road like this, I think this is what it does. I have to remember because obviously I've not played 2, but I know there's some sort of differences. This changes to a more of a solid road instead of a path. It's more of a road. And then they get these pack animals. You know, the pack animals are taking. Obviously, I don't know where they. You would think, you know, they would take out the settler, the pleb, or the helper, or whatever you want to call him. But obviously, they both can. I think there's up to 2 or something that on here now that can. You know, you've got the pack animal and you've got the walker. So everything has to go back to our headquarters unless it travels through it. Now this may go down here. I've built this because it has to go around here, which means it'll feed this. We could... The trouble is, if I do the mill... Okay. When your pig farm can supply animals to the butcher, which we don't have. So I'm assuming now we've got a butcher. The butcher, the thingy maker. Now the butcher should be probably in here. Yeah, the slaughter. They call it the slaughterhouse. Lovely name. So then pigs will go around and they'll automatically want to go into there. It's not ideally set up now. Oh, this is it. There we go. I had to wait a while. The woodcutter. Let's put a woodcutter there. Cut wood. Our sawmill is... it's only 50%. It always makes me laugh is where the hell they got the original pig from. If you think about it, you said, well, where did that came from? If they had an original pig, why did they need, you know, why didn't they use it? It doesn't matter. Let's not overthink it, pigs. Yeah, get off me, brothers! I've just realised. I'm killing me, brothers! Oh no. Unless I have got it in obviously fast speed. This would be the normal speed, I think. Even that might be a bit fast, I don't know. Get another one. I don't think we can get around there. I suppose it might be worth trying for the barracks. It's not going to be... that hard to do, is it? And it uses another one of these up. We've got... Still got 7. Oh, we've got 7 back now. So piggery's coming. So the slaughter will get rid of them. That'll give us obviously some food. I don't know how far else we have. Oh, there we go. That must have been... I must have paused the forester. That's what he's doing. Yeah, see, this is what I mean by it's flipping annoying. He just goes and plants bloody trees everywhere. So I'm just going to stop him here. And that also allows us to sort of redesign some of this as well. Because obviously if there was already trees there, you couldn't do it. But you do have an emergency if you run out of logs and things where it already gives you a woodcutter and some other things, because otherwise that would be the end of the game. I'm sorry, hiccups. Apologise for that. I slurped my tea before a bit too fast. As you can see, now the things have gone for where all the coal is. This will run round eventually. We haven't got a lot of food going there, well, that's a bit unfortunate, but we will get there in the end. As you can see, we've got enough for bread, and we've got enough for slaughters on the way. I've still only got 2. Most of this. Oh, we got the water. I think again that was a change. I don't think the water's in the first one. We'll go on our limb and say I think the well is a second. It is a Settlers 2 thing. It's not in the first one. Yeah, this is already getting processed. I'm not actually too sure how far I can go here. Is that being built? We do have a... Yes, we do. So this will help the sawmill. Now, obviously, the sawmill is directly in line to that, so it will go straight in there. Again, planks, boards, logs. Everything is a plank or a board in this game that needs to be built. Logs themselves are no use. They need to be converted. He should have cut this one down by now. Come on. I'm wanting to know where the end of this is, because I can build another barracks. Oh, that might not work. That might not work, because we might not have a thing it's got a board. Oh, there we go. Reserve. So I can reserve these in our headquarters. Not much use when you're... I'll see if this works, actually, because what will happen is... Oh, no, I think it's okay. I think it's just built a path over it. Normally you would have a boat that would go between there and there, but in here maybe it's not like that, I don't know. as you can see, I can't expand anymore. Not on that one because it's far too close to this barracks. This one's far too close to the barracks. So I can't go any further until this stone is being taken out. If one barracks can't be too close to another, so if I'm like here, we'll see it not being able to be built. If I was up here, again, we've got the same problem. It's far too close to what we need. I'm not going to do the mill yet. Food's definitely coming in, though. We've only got one, though. He encouraged, yeah, see, he encouraged it to get rid of this. If I get rid of this now, no, I didn't want to do that. Get rid of this, right, there we go. I'll put this way. So it's a bit more of a it's straighter, but it's you could argue the point is it'd be best to build a circle around your headquarters, you know. Now we've got another coming out. Obviously, they take a while to walk over because we've got to walk all the way around. That's why I'm building this way as well. How far again? Can I build another barracks? Nope. That's it. That's as far as I can expand. Unless I got some sort of woodcutter on there, which I should have done prior to doing that, and then it would have potentially cut all this down. I don't know what I'm actually supposed to be doing, actually. In the sense of... Maybe I have to go get the mill. It doesn't seem to be building anything there. I'd like to get the bakery. But there's no bakery yet. And it's usually I think it's a 2 building. Our scouts have discovered a strange object. It looks like a gateway. We are obviously not in the first humans on this island. They have even found an inscription on the gateway in Latin. Can't really lie. It's a bizarre and can't read that. Don't matter. Bizarre. It's a radical. Continue up down in order to take progress. What can this mean? I need to get my eyes tested. I'm looking at this and it's really blurry. That's why I had to blow it up because I can't really see it. Second thought. Enter the gateway. There we go, my friends. We've done it. Sorry for the hour, but that's Settlers 2. I hope you enjoyed that. We will be playing some more, and you know, I just thought I'd bring this because obviously, like I said, when we get this emulated machine, we are getting a couple this year. We are getting the Spectrum Next 3, which I've got, and the Amiga 1200, I think that's what it's called. It's Retro Games. If you look at Retro Games, you'll see it on there. And we'll be able to play some more old Amiga games. It'll be a lot easier than me having to plug in a SCART cable and this and trying to get this work to this. You know, I've got everything there, but it can be a bit finicky. But anyway, I hope, like I said, hope you enjoy that. We will see you again with another Settlers. Take care. Bye for now.